Hello and welcome to week 4. For week 4, the first thing that you will do is start with your reading assignment. When you open up that link, you'll see that you're going to read about the modes of persuasion, ethos, pathos, logos, modes of persuasion activity, analysis, see it in practice, then time to write. And so basically, you've got that group. You've also got research strategies, including database searching, internet searching, see it in practice, and time to write. And then finally, you have evaluating sources, and you'll read all of the parts in that group too. You've got the prezzies that you can go through to capture the main points of your reading. And then you're going to move to the review section. In the review section this week, you've got some additional library instruction. So once you click on that link, what you'll be able to do is, again, sign into the eSpace, and you'll be able to walk through some additional resources that the reference librarians have given us. All of this is going to help you. We've done an annotated bibliography. So now it's time for project number 1. And project number 1 leads into our overarching project, that topic for the semester, because it's what we call a rhetorical analysis. So what I want you to do, and you can see it in the project number 1 handout, is you're going to choose one of the articles from your annotated bibliography, and you're going to analyze it rhetorically. So you're going to look at things like the strongest rhetorical appeal. You might look at organization. You might look at tone. You might look at figurative language. You might look at the way that they build evidence. You have a lot of different options for what you'll research, and you started some of that in the annotated bibliography. But ultimately, when you look at a rhetorical analysis, when you dig into an article that deeply, it helps you think about what a good argument consists of. And then for the rest of the semester, we're going to work on building your argument. So first, we're analyzing an argument, deciding if it's effective. You might decide that when you analyze one of these articles, there's areas that aren't effective. That's okay too. But ultimately, you're going to argue that it's either effective or ineffective based on what that author or group of authors has used rhetorically. So you're going to pick the one article, analyze it. You'll have a 3 to 5 page paper, typed, double-spaced, using APA format. And with that, you'll have your required title page and heading, the text of your paper, and the references page. And the references page will only be that one source. And then you've got a sample in here. So if you go back to the review section, you've got a sample project number 1, and you can see the normal setup of the title page. You'll have your page number in the header, the name of your in this case the title of your paper, your name, the department and university, the name of the course, my name, and then the date. So again, start with your title and then move through the rest of those lines. Just you'll mimic that in your own paper. You'll start again on page 2 with the title of your paper, and then you're going to have your intro, build that rhetorical analysis. You can see in this particular example, she is talking about she's talking about this article about BTS, the Korean group. She argues, in the article, the author is arguing that it's a forcing a change in the status quo, revolutionizing, kind of culture, global culture. And then her biggest emphasis is that she builds her credibility with reliable sources and facts and examines South Korean society and fan culture to form compelling reasoning. So from her thesis that she's going to talk about credibility and she's going to talk about compelling reasoning. And that's how she'll build out those paragraphs. Both of those are rhetorical strategies that the author is using to promote her own argument about BTS changing the status quo and influencing global culture. So you'll read through those body paragraphs to see how this particular student set up her rhetorical analysis and then ultimately concluded that this was effective, that this was a good argument because of the things that she used to argue her point. All right, so that is what you're working on this week. You're going to turn in your rough draft by Sunday, and you're going to complete your peer review. So for the peer review, what you're going to do is, you just add a discussion topic, and the first thing you're going to do is attach your rough draft. Then once you start to see the forum populate, you'll locate and read one classmate's essay. And you can do a variety of things. You can hit reply to that essay, copy these questions in, and type your answers underneath it. You can copy these questions into a document and upload it. You can just answer the questions in the reply to your classmate. But ultimately, again, you're attaching your draft first. And then once you start to see your classmates add drafts, you're going to find one and answer all 11 of these questions about that draft. And that's going to be your reply. So 2 posts for this particular forum. Now, one thing that I encourage you to do is be a good classmate. If you notice that, people are starting to post their drafts, pick somebody who has not had any replies, so that everybody can have the benefit of getting a peer review. So look for that one that still hasn't received a reply and do that. All right, if you have any questions, as usual, as you go through the week, let me know. But you've got, your assignments laid out. You've got all week to complete them and to ask any questions.